In Lauren Vinn's novel, He Was the Sun, boy meets girl. But in this case, it's a boy who longs to live the extraordinary and a girl who longs to live the normal. It says here, the pair meet weeks before their 18th birthdays, made more important by supernatural legacies and a decision that has the potential to change their lives. Let's see how it begins. Asher. I told myself it would be okay. But there's a difference between telling and knowing. And I knew I was lying. It wouldn't be okay. Not without her. She didn't want this life, and I didn't blame her. I wanted extraordinary, and she wanted normal. Normal isn't a bad thing. It represents peace and tranquility and answers, opportunity. Maybe I asked for too much. In the moment that I shared with the ocean and the feeling of an empty, purposeful life, it didn't matter what I wanted anymore. It won't make her want this life, and I still will not blame her. I felt this way for the many hours that I sat dangling my legs off the pier, contemplating the last 2 months I'd spent at this stupid camp. My thoughts were spiralling through deep episodes of sadness to a burning rage that even the thought of her no longer extinguished. Not this time, anyway. The words escaped my mouth, and the ocean swept them away into nothingness. It's funny, really, isn't it? A boy gifted with magic, but still not powerful enough to make her stay. What did I do wrong? Maybe I should have told her everything I knew from the start. That way the truth wouldn't have overwhelmed her as much as it did. She'd have trusted me quicker. Or maybe I should have pretended I didn't believe in magic, and that she was silly for bringing it up. Maybe then we could have lived happily ever after, both having secrets, but together. The ocean became the outlet for my rage, listening to the pain in my voice. Together is better than strangers, which is what we'll be now. Happily ever never. That's how this story ends. I felt my voice growing louder. The rage was dominating me, anger growing like a wave. I threw my head back, confronting the blazing sun and the tropical sky, yelling at them with a hurting heart and uncontrollable fury. She should have kept the pendant. I shut my eyes and lowered my voice again. I wish she'd kept the pendant. 2 months before, Brannan. The flames from the bonfire were jumping frantically. The burnt orange glow stretched for the night sky, falling back down towards the fire pit as its reach proved too ambitious. We all stood together, yet subtly segregated into small groups of our own choosing. The sound of chattering, singing and crackling firewood, the smell of heat and freedom and youth. You need a break from real life, Brannan. Summer camp is the perfect opportunity for that. A change in scenery from England to a Greek island will be fantastic. I'm sorry, but it's not up for discussion. Pack your bags, you're going. The wise words of my mother a couple of weeks before this very moment. What she said was ironic and almost comical. I had breaks from real life all the time, just not the type of break she wanted for me. I told her I thought summer camps were cringeworthy and an attempt to recreate childhood movie scenes, the type I had no interest in. But to my surprise and deepest displeasure, my mother had been right. I was enjoying myself. Smoke from a fire has always been one of my favourite smells. It lingers on your clothing for days after, causing you to hold on to the feelings of togetherness for a little while longer. I've always found that scents have stronger connections to memories than pictures ever have. Pictures are still and only capture moments that are intended to be remembered. That type of control cannot be said for scents. They catch you off guard, like when you're walking down the street and smell the aftershave of an ex-boyfriend. Nobody wants to be reminded of their ex-boyfriend. They're usually an ex for a reason. But whether you like it or not, that smell will awaken memories that you spent months trying to forget. It'll leave you in a pool of emotions, making you question every decision you've made since the last time you smelt the same thing. Wouldn't it have been so much easier if the scent was never there? Exactly. The smell is more powerful than a picture. After all, it's easy to grab a pair of scissors and cut him out. Fortunately for me, the bonfire was offering memories in the form of a smell and in pictures. It's a good job I have no emotional attachments. These memories will never go stale. "We need some more wood. Who's volunteering?" asked one of the summer camp leaders, making direct eye contact with me. "Perfect, Brannan. And who else? Mr. Curator, you're up." I passed my drink to Blaine, my best friend of 17 years, and left for the shed in the forest where the wood was kept. It would have been unfortunate if I'd experienced one of my breaks from real life on my trek. It's not really an ideal place for someone like me to be, especially not by myself. It was only when I heard, "Why are you in such a rush?" that I remembered another student was sent to help me. "Hey, my name's Asher." "Hi, I'm Brannan." "Yes, Brannan." That's the meeting.